What was I like when I was an RA? Oh, yikes.
Ooh, when I was an RA, I was pretty quiet.
I was the really goofy RA who, for some reason, everybody loved. I, to this day, don't really understand it.
Jackie, were you ever an RA in college?
No. I thought they were part of a cult. Damn, what was I like about RA? I was cool. I was a cool RA.
I really wanted to make that place home for my residents, that floor.
I was the RA that unconfident director staff looked at and said, thank God that one isn't on my staff.
That was a lot of fun.
Well, during my first floor meeting, I introduced myself twice, and that was kind of embarrassing.
So my very first floor meeting was nerve-wracking. So I hate being in front of people. Even being in front of you right now, not feeling it.
So I was 19 and I was like, why in the world would any of these people listen to me?
I don't remember my first floor meeting. I remember that my second year, I had an air horn to get their attention and it didn't work.
I didn't know what to do, and I wasn't sure if people were going to like me, and so I just remember that my first meeting, to be honest, was kind of a train wreck.
I don't remember mine, I just remember sweating and being super awkward.
I was like really excited, brought a lot of energy, super pumped. One thing, bring your agenda. Totally forgot it in my room, had no idea what I was doing besides smiling and talking to people about how they were doing. Had to leave my meeting, go back to my room to get the agenda and then bring it back and have the meeting. Quite embarrassing. So don't do that. Be prepared for your meeting.
I was absolutely nervous, and I think what I learned from that experience is, as best as you can, be confident even though you don't feel it. Be confident and just go with the flow.
I did an icebreaker at first because a lot of people showed up, but not the whole floor showed up yet, so I didn't want an awkward sort of waiting environment.
Like I had this whole agenda of things that I needed to talk about, and I go in there and I froze up, but I handled it a little bit differently. I threw it to the side and I looked at everyone and I said, what do you all want out of this year?
Yeah, so my first floor meeting, I thought I was going to be super nervous and that nobody would like me, whatever. But you go in with this like great attitude because you're excited, and you just introduce yourself, tell little funny facts about yourself to kind of like break the ice, and that really worked for me. And
I loved my first floor meeting because everyone's really excited. Your residents are really excited. They just met their roommates. You're really excited because you just finally met your residents for the first time.
I remember just in the beginning, you know, small lounge, it was hot, everyone was cramped. The guys didn't necessarily want to be there, but we made the most of it. I told them that we were just going to basically discuss what the year was going to look like and really try to make it our own, make this floor our own, and they definitely bought into that. First, you can do it. You definitely can do it.
My advice would be not to go into it like you're the big bad RA, and more of someone who's just there to build community, and you're excited to see them, and you can't wait for the year.
Being nervous is normal, and I don't think that makes you like any less capable of being able to do a really amazing job and set a really great tone for your floor. And so don't let that hang you up and make you think that you're not ready and capable to do this.
Don't throw up.
keep smiling. If you're nervous, if you're whatever, you just smile and you make it through. If you start fumbling on your words, you know what, I look past, everyone thinks I'm looking at them, I'm just like looking at the wall, but I'm smiling and they think I know what I'm talking about, even if I'm still working through it.
And it's a little bit awkward to be in front of people, but the more of yourself that you show, the easier it's going to get.
I always like to describe being in front of a crowd doing a presentation as putting on a show, but not necessarily a show where you're acting like someone else, but you're being your best self.
The number of likes and ums that you add in are proportionate to the amount that the people in the audience are going to stop caring. So make sure that you know what you're going to say and say it. Share your message, move forward, stay confident.
Gotta be invested and passionate about what you're presenting to them. you have to be all about your message, and you got to make that clear.
Really take that time to practice. If you're nervous, like talk to your hall director about it. And also, I think it's just really important that you add some of your own experiences and really have a good idea of what you want out of the year for your floor, and that you are able to articulate that to your floor, because this is really the best time that you're going to have to really be with your floor.
Because that time is when the energy is at its absolute highest, especially if you're dealing with a bunch of brand new students that are just arriving.
And practice what you want to say over and over and over again. Some people think they can do it improv, and then they just bomb it. And I was like, told you so. And they were like, you were right, Kellen. I wish I would have listened to what the video said, what you were talking about.
So just go up there, make people comfortable, be yourself.
And if you forget something, that's okay, because a lot of your students won't know that anyways. Only you know that you messed up.
I remember being myself always went well, because if you have to fake it or you're trying to fake something that you're not, then you have to fake it that way for the rest of the year.
Please, please do us all a favor and do not say, hey, we're going to do a bunch of icebreakers right now. You will lose people instantaneously. Do yourself a favor, just roll into whatever thing you're doing. Don't even call it an activity. Just tell them what they need to do. Hey, everyone line up over here. Here's a ball. You need to toss it over to that person. 3, 2, 1, go.
One, try to get to know a few of your residents before the first floor meeting, because then you'll feel like you've got some connections and some champions in the room. And wear something that you're really comfortable in and that you like. And thirdly, during your floor meeting, look at the friendly faces. There's always people who are smiling at you, who are nodding their head at you, and they're saying you good energy. So you want to cast your eyes on them so that you feel good. And if there are people who aren't kind of looking as friendly, then move along and get to another friendly face. That will keep you going, keep you in a good mood, and give you some confidence. Good luck.
So you were hired for this position because you're uniquely you and you are legit. Some might say that you're too legit. I would think that you are too legit to quit. So keep that in mind when you're doing your first meeting, and you're gonna do wonders here.
It's okay to be who you are, introverted or extroverted, smiling or not smiling.
Just above all, be yourself, but be your best self. Like, your floor meeting, you want to treat your floor meeting as you are treating your final presentation in class. Meaning you need to, A, know what you're talking about, okay? B, make sure you practice, and C, exude that confidence that you have practiced and know what you're talking about.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna be fine.
Even though I was so nervous about that first meeting, I still was able to really have a great year with my students.
Just have fun. Like, be yourself. Don't be afraid. Like, just do you. Your floor is going to love you, and all your residents are, if you just show who you are.
Oh, the RAs are going to do an awesome job at their first floor meetings.
You know, don't worry about it. You're going to do great. That's why we hired you.
At the end of the day, just remain cool, calm, and collected, and I think you're going to have a great time, and you're going to build an awesome community together. So just take a deep breath, roll with it. You've got it in the bag. I know you do. I believe in you.